All right, just wanted to make sure we're recording. Hi, thanks for tuning in. I'm at the beach today. So I want to talk today about suppression and how it leads to so many different things. There's physical issues you'll have, as well as, psychological issues, just all coming from suppression, and how it's so important for everybody to express yourself authentically, and the true cost of it. So I want to get right into it and just talk about my own experience with suppression. As many of you may know, I've had a troubled childhood where, many things were done to me, and, I didn't have any parents. So the world just did whatever it wanted to do to me. And it was just like, no one cares, who's going to do anything about it? Who's going to say, and, don't say anything about it because no one will believe you or things like that. Or, no one really cares. I was just like really out there and just really subject to whatever the world threw my way. But that was then, and this is now. And right now is what really matters. And so that happened to me, and that happened to me. Things will happen to you in life, but it's up to you to actually heal from that. It's your job to heal from the things that happen to you in life. So that's what I'm doing. I'm working on my, I read a lot. I go to a lot of classes, but to just being brought up and being suppressed, having that programming of being raised of just, my opinion or what I have to say just doesn't matter. So just trying to come out of that and unlearn that. But then as an adult going into corporate America as a woman, and especially in a male-dominated field, so I have a double whammy. I'm a woman as well as I'm a woman of color. So my opinion, a lot of times it really doesn't matter. Well, I would say it does. A lot of times I'll get things done, but I don't like the way that I have to get it done. But, that's life. And that was my previous position. I'm in a position now where I could pretty much do whatever I want to do, and not allow myself to be within a company that doesn't count, that doesn't look for my, that was back when I originally entered corporate America. It's a different ball game now, but just entering corporate America, and when I say corporate America, I know a lot of you may have, you work within companies where you see people, that look like you or that look like me. I'm not working in those kind of companies. I haven't all my life. It's not a very diverse environment where I am and where I work, for whatever reason. So, but yes, so suppressed in my work, and most recently, so the last 2 years of my life, I've been completing my master's. And unfortunately, in a grad level, which is strange to me, they want you to complete the assignments in a group. And I'm like, I thought this was an executive MBA. On an executive level, you're not, but that's fine. And it was a great experience. But when you're doing group work, as there's challenges. But the main challenge was really for me of course, being a woman, and again, I'm in an area there's no people that look like me. So we have a project, and I would spend hours and days and weeks and all this type of energy in my part of the project, and I would submit it, and they'd say, for example, let's say the assignment is how to save a company. And I come up with all these different creative products and ideas and marketing plans. But their thought process was, hey, let's just cut back the price, or cut costs back, So, maybe 20% of my project was business modeling 80% of it was creative, something that didn't exist, but just coming up with a new technique for the company. And so there's a lot of challenges, and the majority of the time was me submitting my work and it not being added to the presentation, and me not knowing until the presentation was presented that my work wasn't included in the presentation. So finally, at the end of the program, I just decided that, it's supposed to have been a group project, but I was like, I don't care. I don't care whose toes I'm stepping on or whose feelings get hurt. I have to do this project on my own, because for once in 2 years, I need to be able to express what my own thoughts. So that's how the video Sears Samsara came about. Please go ahead and check that out. I came up with a couple different techniques Sears can do to save itself, and so that's how it came about, and I'm thankful for the experience. I did that project all on my own and completed my executive MBA. So yes, so I'm just, and I don't want to talk about, and I'm also suppressing within my personal life. Well, I'll go ahead and talk about it, right? Like, again, this is about us expressing who we are authentically, all right? And I got on this whole thing when I was on the plane and it almost crashed, and it just kind of made me feel like I need to just express myself, even if it makes me look stupid. Like, so I don't care if you're looking at it, it's like, oh my God, she's talking about this and it's making her look this way, or she's on the beach and she's filming and people are looking. I don't care. I don't, at this point, going through the things that I've gone through in my life and seeing the things that I've gone through, I don't care how I look. So that's why I say, if there's somebody that you love, well, I don't advise this as a woman, right? As a woman, if there's someone that you love and you just want to express that and say, I love you, that should have backfired. Don't do it. Yeah, don't do it. But yes, that was my one fear when that plane was about to crash. Like, literally, the flight attendants were even screaming. Like, it was a horrible thing. And my only thought was, I talked about this in the other video, was that like, God, I'm gonna die with this love inside of me. I want to have a lot of love that I want to give, and so I'm gonna do a lot of like community work and so if I say I love you, I don't mean that I'm trying to keep you in the box or anything like that. I just want to express that love and just say I love you, and if you're in my presence, you'll definitely be able to feel my love. There's somebody that knows me that wouldn't say that they know that I love them. If I love you, you know that I love you. If you're being honest with yourself. Anyway. Okay, so yes, back to suppression. We got it all the way off the topic. Okay, so yes, this suppresses so many different areas of my life, and so like an elephant in a circus, and may have already heard this. So there's only a very thin chain that's keeping that elephant tied down, and so the people, the ringmaster, he only has to do that for only a couple years. The elephant can easily break off of that chain, but it's mental programming, and so that's what I'm trying to come out of, is a lot of mental programming that has taught me and has shown me that my wants, needs, and desires don't matter. And so so there's a movie. So yeah, so I feel like that. I feel like the elephant. I really do. I feel like the elephant is like, the chains are off, but I'm not, I still have that. So I'm trying to deprogram from just a deep level of just, trying to shake out of it and wake up. And so I'm doing everything I can. I'm doing videos. I'm doing whatever it is I need to do to just get back to me. And so there's this movie that I saw, and I recommend you watch it. It's called Mr. Nobody. It came out in 2009. It's an older movie, but there's so many takeaways from that movie. But here's the main thing that I saw. Well, I'm not gonna say the main thing, but one of the things that stood out to me was, so there was a woman, there's high school sweethearts, and but she was in love. So there was a girl that was in love with someone, and there was another guy was pursuing her, and he's like, I don't care that you're madly in love with someone else, I want to marry you. And so she's like, okay, whatever. The other guy's like dogging her out that she is in love with, and so they get married and have a beautiful life and have beautiful children. And she's like deeply, deeply depressed. Like, she had no reason to be deeply depressed. She's depressed to the point where she's not getting out of bed. She's like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with me. And 10 years have passed, and she's like, I've gone to all these doctors, I've taken all this medication, and nothing's working. And then finally she just got up one day and she's like, I think that this is, she's like, I think that this is just all from this just not being what I really wanted. And I was like, oh my God, that's it right there. It's unfortunate she's got like 4 kids, to realize that, she's just never even wanted that life to begin with. And she had to go through all those years of depression and everything. But that's, so my point is that when you're depressed, and severe depression is coming from an area of your life that you're suppressing. So depression comes from suppression. There's a lot of yeah. So it's so important, before you get into any mental illnesses, before it shows up on your body. So within women, I know that we experience like fibroids and cysts. A lot of that comes from being suppressed creatively. So it's important to, it's just not worth it. The cost is too much. So I'm going to end it right here. I don't want this to be too long. Thank you so much for watching. And I don't want to do like 2 years worth of videos in this one video. I have a lot of ideas, and I know it took a while for me to put this one out, and I love seeing all the videos from all my girlfriends. And that's the thing. Yes, do your videos. There's something that you need to express that, I can't, it's not even on my mind to do. So yes, I mean, you might be a great dancer. You might be an artist where you can draw. You can, show yourself, make videos drawing. There might be a recipe that you can do well. I don't know. You know what it is. You know what you're suppressing. Get to it. Get after it. Thank you for watching.